Hello, today for review I've got relatively recently released true wireless earphones by TRN Audio model T300. And in the past TRN already released the T200 and it was pretty decent true wireless earphones. So I have pretty high expectations for this model because first of all TRN can create good audio. Their models V80, V90, VX became pretty popular because of good natural tuning. They created pretty decent T200 and of course they created good true wireless adapters, so they have expertise in the wireless solutions too. So hopes were pretty high for T300. Price is $75 and it's actually a true wireless hybrid with single dynamic driver, 8mm if I remember right, and a pair of balanced armatures built on Qualcomm chip, supports aptX, so spec wise it's also pretty good. I will add links to the AliExpress shop where I've got them to the description, and let's have a closer look. Package is minimalistic, but looks pretty stylish. White cardboard, sleeve, bit thicker internal cardboard, and inside one will get a case with earphones, manual, warranty card, and box with accessories set. Sorry that squeaking sounds are really unpleasant. So manual is useful to learn all that gestures and commands, because actually they used some sophisticated controls with even including 4 taps on each earpiece for volume control. And in the accessory set it's pretty predictable. 2 additional pair of tips and a USB-C cable. So here is the case. They even put notice about aptX here. USB-C port for charging, and speaking about the charge, they can run up from 3 to 4 hours on a single charge, and it depends on volume of course, and the case can recharge them for the 4 or 5 times additionally, so battery lifetime is normal, not superb but definitely not bad in general. In the case located earpieces themselves, and actually LED indicator showing the charge of both earpieces and remaining charge in the case. It looks flickery in the video because of roller shutter effect, but in real life it's a pretty good indicator, a bit dimmed, but looks pretty pleasant and stylish. So in terms of case build, it's pretty okay, so all parts are done nicely here. Earpieces are done in a classical shape, kind of traditional. We've seen that many times before. You know, it's really sad that no one in the world of Chi-Fi doesn't try to create the transparent true wireless. I'd like to see the internals, but TRN made their earpieces out of black plastic with kind of soft touch effect, looks and feels pretty pleasant. You can see that they have metal spout, pretty well extended, so passive sound isolation on the normal average level will be enough for public transport or for noisy street, but probably not the best solution for the subway. But probably with some good isolating tips you can use them too. And here is the sensor control, so you tap them, double tap, triple tap, 4 times tap, control schema is sophisticated, but you can do anything. Change volume, accept and reject calls, play, pause, navigate tracks, so all that stuff is implemented nicely. Nice blue-red flashing LED indicator, and it's not bright, and that's good. Here is probably microphone. Wearing comfort is nice, build quality is also pretty good. Lip for holding the tips and protective grills, and what is good here, they can be used with regular tips because they don't use that shorter stem tips, and that's good. Feed controls is not an issue, so it's also good. And work time I already mentioned, and connection quality is also good. They hold connection pretty reliably thanks to the Qualcomm chips used here, and of course when there are a lot of interference outside, there could be slight issues, but it's common for all true wireless models. They have a low level of background noise, and also delay for the video is small. It can be spotted if you focused on that, but in general I didn't got big issues with lip sync or something like that. And YouTube can compensate that too. So, to summarize this part, of course, in terms of design, build quality and all that other related stuff, model is pretty good.
And the traditional microphone test, I put these earpieces in my ears and recording this part of the video using their built-in microphones. I won't apply any gain correction, equalization or some kind of compensation, so despite of lousy YouTube codec, this part can give you an idea of how microphones sound here.
And of course about the sound, so as a player, to show the examples, I will use FIO M15. Of course, vast majority of people will use these earphones with smartphone, but my smartphone is busy filming this video, so M15 is a good transport too. So it even shows that aptX is supported here. And in terms of sound and representation, TRN did the smart thing. They created nice technical V-shaped signature utilizing the full potential of both dynamic and armature drivers. So low frequencies is accented, accent is average, it's not bass heavy or bass head level of low frequencies, but it's not a bass light. Main accent is made on the mid bass, and deeper bass is present, but of course depth is limited by the aptX codec here. Low frequencies are impactful, pretty punchy with good weight, and of course they just normal in terms of resolution. So don't expect the wired earphones performance level or balanced armatures. But still resolution is normal, as well as texturing. Of course these earphones are lacking a bit of small nuances and tiny overtones, but you know it's still even better that we can expect from the true wireless model. So it's just a matter of setting the proper expectations and don't expect from TWS what they can deliver. But still instruments sounding pretty nicely, and electronic music is also sounding really pleasant because of good amount and good weight and pretty normal depth. Actually, in terms of depth, they do the best possible for the aptX codec. And as an example, for the low frequencies, I've got Diablo Swing Orchestra Gunpowder Chant, that track that starts with didgeridoo, and this instrument has a lot of small overtones and resonances on the low frequencies, and these earpieces play this instrument pretty nicely. Not perfect, of course. For the perfection we need something much better and wired, but still level of performance is pretty nice. Mids are a bit recessed, but thanks to the balanced armatures and the resolution, they doesn't sound shadowed by the bass. They doesn't sound too congested, so they have a good amount of presence. And also, as usual, on the upper mids there is a boost that gives additional clarity and sense of presence. It's balanced armatures, but not focused on the maximum resolution, and actually maximum resolution can't be delivered here because of wireless connection, but still it's clean, nice, good mids, not trying to sound super sharp or analytical, and neither they sound veiled or muffled or blurred or something like that without additional warmth, not trying to highlight the micro contrast, not trying to boost macro dynamics, with good amount of emotion. So nice, fair mid performance with good level of realism, but of course not something audiophilic too. Imaginary stage is slightly above average, and actually that's a good result for the true wireless model. And this, you know, it's common for the TWS models. They, compared with wired ones, they are just okay, but best true wireless models delivers really good performance for the true wireless. So it's just different categories, and currently there is not much sense in comparing TWS with wired models. But from another hand, you know, difference isn't that big, so I'm really okay with TWS models. For me, their performance is enough to enjoy the music, especially on the go, on the street, and the level of comfort you're getting is a good compromise for that. And as an example for the mid frequencies, I've got Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine, guitars, vocals, so typical Guns N' Roses, and this model plays this track on a really good level and with nice emotions and all that other stuff. And treble has average extension, also limited by the aptX codec, but thanks to the balanced armature they have nice, clean and crisp character. They are a bit highlighted, but not overdone, at least at my scale. Maybe for super treble sensitive people it could be too much, but for me definitely okay. And it's a balanced armature type of treble, a bit lightweight, fast, but clean, crisp and resolving. Nice in playing basic overtones, but of course don't expect some audiophilic layering or super rich overtone saturation, super extended treble or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that no one did expect it anyway. And as an example, really complicated track, really complex one. It's Charles Mingus, Open Letter to Duke. Pretty fast, pretty aggressive, with good record, with well-recorded cymbals, with good recorded instruments, and of course, to play this track at the full potential, you'll need something much more expensive, but this true wireless model definitely plays this track at that level where it can be audible and where you can enjoy it. And speaking about the conversions, lot of models in this price range, but actually, you know, TRN T300 is definitely one of the winners. They have a really good amount of details, one of the best in terms of resolution, but of course in the true wireless segment. And pretty fun sound, so they're not trying to be natural as, let's say, Mifo or Noble Audio Falcon, but they not like treble recessed, they not sound like on the warmer side or something like that. So definitely one of the best examples in this price range. No, there is not big difference in all the true wireless models from $50 up to 100. Or maybe there are some clear winners, but I didn't test them. So AudioSense, for example, I don't know what else we've got here. FIOS true wireless models, they are somewhere close in terms of performance with some difference in the representation. KZ, recent addition to the true wireless segment, it's overperformed by this model, so KZ need to try better next time. So this model also has have good bass, but doing better on mids and treble. So let's probably summarize that TRN created a really good model with a lot of nice features and good sound. It's not perfect as a microphone. It's not perfect for making calls. Actually, not perfect is slight over-evaluation. They are just average or maybe even below average in terms of microphone quality, especially comparing with more expensive models. But in terms of sound, they deliver really good value. So if you're looking for a model to just listen to the music, TRN T300 is a really decent offer. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a nice day.